not show up in court, move, don't worry about it. Unless you commit a serious go. If that's the message we send to the world, you're never going to fix this problem. The most vulnerable people in the world will make that dangerous journey like they did under the Joe Biden administration. Over 4,000 aliens died making that journey. And it's, again, a significant increase in sex trafficking. Because when they did that and opened those borders up saying, we're not going to detain you, we'll give you free health care, we're going to fly you to the city of your choice, put you in a free hotel room a day, and give you work authorization, we're just going to bring you in. And when they did that, they sent a message to the whole world, you can come and do this. And what happened? They overwhelmed the men in the patrol, where many days 70% of agents were pulled off that line. 70%. You don't think the criminal cars had a field day with that? They created gaps for the do their activity. And that's why you've seen the rise of fentanyl overdose. That's why you see sex trafficking. The 2 million plus known gotaways, why did they pay more? Why didn't they pay less? Turn yourself in for hours. You get a free airline ticket to the city of your choice. We're going to give you a free hotel, free food, and free medical care. And you'll get work authorization in 6 months. Why do 2 million people choose to pay more not to take advantage of that giveaway program? They don't want to be vetted. They don't want to be fingerprinted. That scares the hell out of me. And it does still. The Trump administration with ICE and Secretary Noem and Marco Rubio and the intelligence community, Tulsi Gabbard, we're all working together to try to identify who these people are. And we've already found many of them. But it's hard work to do. But there are national security threats walking this nation because of the last administration. And they main priorities, too.
Thank you.
U.S. targeted operation.
Been in theater for 8 months. So there's going to be rotations now. Hopefully less now that we have some agreements. Maybe we can make it more efficient and safe. But they've been in theater a long time. And so, there's rotations happen all the time to get people out there and go home, get some rest and see their families. Day after day, can't eat in restaurants. Day after day, having people spit on you and blow whistles at you. Having all these threats at you. Day after day, having people trying to interfere with you. Day after day, they're human. So, we've got to rotate these people, and we've already rotated some. But my main focus now is drone, based upon the great conversations I've had with your state and local leaders. Again, I'm not a fool. I'm not walking away without seeing this put in place. But I take the word of the people I met with. I think they're honest. I think they're good brokers that they want public safety protected. Also want what's happening in the city to go away. And that's my goal.
Homan says they will not give up on the mission on immigration. Trump wants this situation in Minneapolis fixed.
I said on any shootings, as a career law enforcement officer, we'll let the investigation roll out, let the investigation play out, and let it go where it goes. I'm not going to come out and make any comments I think is right, wrong. Do I have an opinion? Yeah, my personal opinion, but I'm not going to share that with you. I'm going to tell you to let the investigation play out and see where it goes. But again, the president, one of the words said to me, I came up here, he said he didn't want to see anybody die. The less interference, the less rhetoric, the less, I had buried Border Patrol agents, and I buried ICE agents. The saddest thing I ever done is hold paying a forward flag to a wife or a child. I don't want to see anybody die. Even the people we're looking for. I don't want to see anybody die. And despite what people think of Tom Homan, I say a prayer tonight that everybody goes home safe. This is, but I think my conversations the last 2.5 days are leading us to a safer community. Let ICE officers operate in the safety and security of a jail more than on the street. I think anybody here with common sense would say it's safer to arrest a public safety threat and the safety and security of a jail. And let me tell you, What is that going to result in? Less collateral arrests. When we go find that bad guy, when we find that bad guy, many times it's with others. Well, guess what? They're in the country illegally. We're going to enforce immigration law. They're coming through. You want less collateral arrests? Let's in the jail. But we're going to enforce immigration. People are saying we're here to surrender our authority and the mission of enforcing immigration law. We're going to do target enforcement operations, and we're going to ties the public safety threats and national security threats. That's what we're here to do.
There are no more questions.
Trump wants situation in Minneapolis fixed. Some of what Tom Homan said. Homan speaks after taking over Minneapolis immigration crackdown. Homan, President Trump wants this fixed and I'm going to fix it. Some of the words he said during the speech with the press. Certain improvement could and should be made. Certain improvement could and should be made. Certain improvement could and should be made. Some of the words Tom Homan said on the press, we will conduct targeted enforcement operations, Homan said. And he said also that Donald Trump told him, I don't want to see anyone die. Donald Trump told Homan, I don't want to see anyone die. Homan also said ICE and CBP working on a draw-down plan in Minneapolis. ICE and CBP working on a draw-down plan in Minneapolis. Alien with criminal history according to internal mail reviewed by Reuters. Some of what Tom Homan said he said, I'm staying until the problem is gone. He said, I'm here and I'm here to stay until the problem is gone. Tom Homan while addressing the press. He said, I'm staying until the problem is gone. Homan also said ICE and CBP working on a draw-down plan in Minneapolis. Certain improvement could and should be made. We are going to do our jobs, not federal government jobs. He said, President Trump wants this fixed and I'm going to fix it. That's what Tom Homan said. President Trump wants this fixed and I'm going to fix it. We will conduct targeted enforcement operations. He said that they will conduct targeted enforcement operations. That was Tom Homan, some of what Tom Homan said during and he said that we will not stop our mission on immigration. Homan, if federal agents don't act with professionalism, they will be dealt with. Homan also said, if federal agents don't act with professionalism, they will be dealt with. If federal agents don't act with professionalism, they will be dealt with. President Trump wants this fixed and I'm going to fix it. Homan, President Trump wants this fixed and I'm going to fix it. Homan said, I'm staying until the problem is gone. President Trump's brother CZS speaks in Minneapolis. Some of other news updates. I'm staying until the problem is gone.
Far. Most supported governor, the AG, the Mayor Fry. We agree on everything. I didn't expect to agree on anything. I've heard many people want to know why we're talking to people who they don't consider friends of administration. Bottom line is you can't fix problems if you don't have discussions. I didn't come to Minnesota for photo ops or headlines. You haven't seen me. I came here to seek solutions, and that's what we're going to do. And we've come a long way, and we got some good wins for the people of Minnesota, I think, and for the administration and for the safety and security of this city.
Reuters says ICE officers in Minnesota to direct not to interact with agitators in a new order. ICE officers in Minnesota to directed not to interact with agitators in new order. Homan said, I'm staying until the problem is gone. News update. News update. News update. A driver rammed a car repeatedly into the Chabad Lubavitch World Headquarters building in the Crescent neighborhood of New York City Wednesday, prompting a hate crime investigation and additional security at place of worship throughout the city, officials said. US President Donald Trump is weighing a major new strike on Iran after preliminary discussion between Washington and Tehran over limiting the country's nuclear program and ballistic missile production failed to make progress, according to the people familiar with the matter. Trump, Trump's latest threats were met with indignation by Tehran, which vowed an immediate response to any U.S. military action, with one top advisor to Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei threatening to target Israel if an attack goes ahead. News update. Homan acknowledged right to protest, asking to keep it peacefully. Homan acknowledged right to protest, asking to keep it peacefully. Other news update. News update. News updates and headlines. Trump warns Iran time is running out for deal as US military build up in Gulf. News update. News update. Reminding you that today there will be also other European games in UEFA Europa League. You will follow them here. Thank you. Have a nice day.